I now introduce to you the ladies of Herview. Adrienne, the mental health counselor, Shauntay, the relationship expert, and Ernie, the military wife coach.
What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. Welcome to Herview Podcast, What Women Really Think. I'm Shaunie, your dating coach and self-love enthusiast.
I am Ernie, your military wife coach.
And I'm Adrienne, your favorite mental health counselor. And today is Scenario Day, ladies. our favorite day, everybody's favorite day.
Right.
For Scenario Day. So what have you ladies been up to this week?
Well, let's talk about that. Let's get to Florida Ernie, because Ernie was not with us last week. And we missed her. She moved. She was packing out everything. So talk to us about that.
Tell us everything.
Look, y'all, okay, first off, no shots out to Spectrum. Like, me and Spectrum are beefing right now. Like, within the last week, I have had 3 different modems. I've had a tech come out, and I have a tech scheduled to come out on Monday.
Oh my goodness.
Because now they're saying that my issue is in the walls. So like at any time I just wave out, like my whole house loses internet and it has to wait for the whole house to reboot.
That is crazy. How is it affecting the homeschooling?
Oh, it don't happen at 5 o'clock in the morning because, my kids are still schooling in California. So at 5 o'clock in the morning, if we want to switch our view to an early morning show, that will be fine. Yes. So that's been happening. Nobody ever tells you about the bugs in Hawaii. Definitely no offense to any Hawaiians. Love y'all. Y'all are great people, right? But nobody tells you about roaches. They just chill in the streets. There's chickens everywhere. They just walk around and they're not afraid. Like, how most birds and stuff is afraid of humans?
Not New York chickens, sis.
Okay, then they're related because
you're on their turf.
Yes. Move. One was flying and I had to move because it was not gonna move.
Disrespectful.
I'm not used to these things. I'm not bigger than most people, but I'm usually bigger than most animals, and I'm not here. And even if I am, they don't give no care about none of that. I've gotten really great Hawaiian, aloha spirit that they talk about.
Okay.
But 90% of people are rude.
Wow.
And my husband has had to pat me a lot and say, okay, babe, calm down. Because this old lady was about to get it at Walmart the other day.
What's so funny? Because I just always picture Hawaii being that very sweet place. Like when you go down south and everybody's very welcoming and very warm.
Every corner there's a ukulele and somebody's playing and dancing.
Welcome to Hawaii, and you're just excited.
Bring some spam.
No. And y'all, I don't know if everybody knows, but I'm on a meat fast. So we can't even dive into those kind of places. We're just watching Kahlua. I think it's Kahlua beef, or we're just watching I'm not going to eat spam. Had to do that as a kid. Really decided not going to ever do that again in life. So I'm not going to eat the spam, but my husband's excited. I'm just not. I'm cool, bro. I grew up poor. I know what that's been like. We can fast forward to that. But
skip that. Okay.
So I need to get my house unpacked so I can then start going to better beaches and getting that experience. So I can't say I can judge Hawaii yet.
Yeah.
Because I haven't really been able to get out because my house is more of a priority.
Yeah.
And we moved from 3,600 square feet to 1,900. So figuring out and playing Tetris on how things are gonna go in this house.
Yeah. Well, if I learned anything from working at the Container Store as my second job, stack up. It saves so much space. Stack up. I'm telling you.
Got it. I'm there.
Thanks for that lovely piece of advice.
Yeah. So yeah, how y'all week been? Because I just been stressed out, and the kids act like.
That is true. I literally didn't do much this weekend. Like here in New York, things are starting to shut down again.
Yeah.
Early, I did go out to eat with my cousin this weekend, and it was funny because it closed, like all restaurants and stuff closed at 10.
Yeah.
So we were like, "Does COVID leave at 10? Like what? Like why at 10 o'clock? Because if you have us gathered at 8, it's still
the same COVID.
He was like, we think at 10, COVID is like, I'm out of here. Like, I'm coming out to play.
I'm tired. Gotta wait for tomorrow.
Yeah, he's like, I understand what he's trying to do, but at the same time, if you're still allowing people to sit in restaurants, close quarters,
right,
you shutting it down hours early really ain't helping. You still need to like have it spaced out. Because the restaurant had like almost full capacity. I was like, "Ooh, what are we doing?"
That's the problem, right? They OD, and even the restaurants that have the seating outside, because it's getting colder, now they have these tents.
Yep.
So now it's like you're outside, inside, outside. Like,
what are we doing here?
This is dumb.
They playing peekaboo with COVID.
Right. Like,
I want no part.
Right. Like, no, it's not the same. You like zippered the tent. Like, it's this heating room. What are you doing? This is
here.
Now indoors.
Wait a minute. How many days does it live on plastic?
Right.
I don't know anymore.
And I think it's like 5 days, 7 days it lives on plastic. So like,
it like changes all the time. Like, wash your hands, wear your mask, be safe.
Wash your hands, wear your mask, stay away from each other. That's
6 feet. That'd be the annoying part too, because I don't know if because things opened up, people think that COVID is gone. I went to Target the other day and this girl was like on our back. I was like, Miss, like
it's still 6 feet.
Please. I don't know. I don't
See, I turn around and I give the slow stare to people until they back up.
So look at death. And it's always that look at the floor and then a slow look up.
Right.
You know you.
Because I feel like they feel like I feel. So it's like you see the measuring tape that I've imaginarily drawn on the line. You're too close. So.
Yeah, seriously. Or I'll do one of those. Do you want to go ahead of me?
Are you in a rush?
You're very close. So you're in a rush.
Yes, I'm gonna be like, no, I was just kidding. Back.
Stiff elbow. No. That was horrible.
Oh my gosh.
What did you do, Shaunie?
I was working a lot, but what I did get a chance to do is watch Jingle Jangle on Netflix. Yes, so watch Jingle Jangle with your children, or just if you're like me, just because you love musicals and Felicia Rashad and Christmas movies.
Yeah,
watch it. It's mostly a Black cast. Felicia Rashad, Forrest Whitaker. It's just so many stars in there, and it's so good. You gotta like musicals though. Like you gotta be like into the same whole show, theatrics, which I'm all about. So it was really, really good. But so yeah, check that out.
Okay, wait. So can I be honest really quickly? So like my whole life, of course, we grew up loving Felicia Rashad.
Yeah.
But when she took that role in Empire, I can't see her the same anymore.
Really?
Yeah, she came back for me. Look, when I saw the trailer for that, I was like, she don't eat them kids. For some reason, her voice is just so sinister to me now. It's like ruined her in my head.
But I did not even know she played in Empire.
Yes.
She did. Who was she? Somebody's mother.
She was Tay Diggs' mama.
Tay Diggs.
And he was dating Taraji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was
no joke. So ever since then, like it's like the whole Denzel thing when he took Training Day. It's kind of like, ooh, Denzel, you gangsta. It's kind of like that. Now I'm like, that's literally what I thought when the kids were all happy, but the little girl got sad for a minute. She like stared at the little girl. I was like, oh, she gonna eat her. I can't watch this.
No, it just made me see a gangster side of her, and I was like, I just love her.
I love it.
Maybe I need to maybe that's gonna flip my switch back.
Levels to Felicia Rashad. It's amazing.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm just gonna continue to wait for her to eat one of them kids though. I'll tell you when I watch it.
Grandma, so you'll feel like, lovey-dovey again. So it's all good. See, let's see, we got some comments in here. Kiana says, yes, Jingle Jangle is amazing. It's on in my house now for the 10th time. See?
Oh my God.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'll check it out. The 10th time, it must be good.
Listen, I'm here for.
Or she's doing something while she's watching it, so she keep having to replay it to catch the part.
Right? Let us know in the comments. Is it good or did you just not get through it at one time? Let us know.
Oh my God. So we got a couple of current events. I mean, it's pretty much been uneventful.
Yeah. But have you guys heard about the Fabletics thing?
No, tell us everything.
Okay, so we mainly know Fabletics as a woman's workout thing, right?
Right.
Did y'all know they had a men's department? Because I didn't. I had to Google it because I was like, they don't sell things for men. And then I Googled it and they do, but it's not promoted. Like I've never seen. So maybe in the comments, somebody can tell me if they've ever known that Fabletics had a men's side. But long story short, okay, so for the military, they do this thing around Veterans Day where there's a lot of businesses that give us either free merch or free stuff, discounted stuff, like perks for that one day. Like people map out there from their morning. I have a homegirl who maps out from her morning to her night what she's going to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner because either it's free or there's a discount. Shopping, they kind of map out where they're going for shopping because of the discounts. Like it's a big day for military, right? Fabletics says we're going to get in on this too. So a lot of women went to try to get their 15% discount. And Fabletics said, oh, no, ma'am, you can't have it. But see, the guy with the manly parts, he can get it because we only recognize men as military.
What?
Yes.
Flipping tables. What the hell is that about?
Flipping establishments. Because I was like, I didn't want your high-priced leggings, but that's the reason I'm not going to do it because that's first off, it's sexist. You're really telling the women that really serve in this country that they don't deserve a discount, but the men do because they have manly parts, not the word I want to say.
Right.
The penis.
Yes. Okay. So Lisa Smith, an Air Force veteran, contacted the customer service chat function on the Fabletics website for clarification on the unexplainable detail. She contacts them and says, it only offers discounts to men. Shame on you at Kate Hudson and your company. There are 2 million females serving as veterans. They then say, yes, it's really sad. I'm checking on it. Please bear with me. So the lady comes back and she says, thank you for waiting. I really do apologize for this long wait. She said, it's okay, hoping that some good news for equal service comes. The lady said, I really do apologize, but the promo is only for men.
Oh, so they think about it.
Yeah, there wasn't a typo. There wasn't no. So I guess they thought this was 1947 before women were able to. Yeah, but.
Which I find ridiculous because there's so many celebrities that have their brand or their legging in Fabletics. So like, how could that is horrible. I thought maybe it was a one store incident. I didn't know it was like the company
brand.
Yeah.
Wow. How crazy. And like I said, like y'all don't even promote for your men. I don't think I've ever seen a guy in anything that said Fabletics. I don't know a man who's secure enough with his manhood to be wearing something from Fabletics.
It's the same men that buy the Fashion Nova men.
Oh, I don't know them either.
Yeah, they are. They don't care. If it looks nice, they like it. They get it. Like, I don't care.
Yeah. So that was really sad in military news this week. I would say boycott, but I don't buy it anyway. So it's not like I'm gonna burn a bunch of leggings because I don't have theirs. I like Ross. Ross has great prices on leggings, and I go with Ross.
Yay, Ross!
They should be ashamed of themselves, but
they should be.
Speaking of sad news, singer Jeremiah has COVID. He is in the hospital and currently, I believe he's on a ventilator.
Oh.
To my understanding. So, COVID's real, guys. I don't know why y'all thought it, disappeared, or maybe people got comfortable and, they weren't making such a big deal about it on the news and in the media. And so people stopped talking about it. They didn't think it was that serious. But I've seen people who actually had COVID, and then you see them on their like Instagrams and stuff, and they're still partying hard and in the lounges and in these places drinking and mask off, mask down, whatever, just jumping around, sweating, and just
doing all sorts of stuff.
And I had, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
No, my sister actually ended up having COVID, and she was like, oh, I'm a single mom. I got to go to work. And I was like, I'm sorry, what happened? She's like, well, I got a second job and they don't know I got it. And I was like, look.
No, it doesn't work like that.
The equivalent of you having AIDS and passing it on to other people and saying, well, somebody gave it to me, so I'm going to give it to somebody else.
No.
She didn't go to work, but it was just like, no, sit at home. And I think, first off, two things I think that we as a country, we have a one-track mind. So while we were heavy vote, debate, we couldn't do both, right? Some people couldn't compartmentalize and say, hey, go vote, but be safe with COVID. So we only focus on one thing. That's why a lot of our topics as a community gets lost in the waves, because we can't focus on multiple things at once, multiple times for some reason. But there's certain people that can date 5 or 6 people at a time and don't get that wrong. I digress.
Yeah.
But the second thing is, I think that we looked at a lot of other countries whose numbers have went down drastically, but what we're failing to see is that they did what they were supposed to do. They stayed their tails at home. Stay at home.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many accommodations for delivery services and all that, because Target's been my best friend. And well, when I was stateside, now it's not. But when I was in the mainland, it was my best friend. I wasn't going anywhere if I did not have to. Why? $9.99 and I'm going to order $100 worth of something? Deal. I'll pay $10 for you to come bring it to my front door and run away. Absolutely.
I think food, like a lot of the stuff that's happening is that, like, have you seen that Erykah Badu had posted that she got tested in like one nostril and it came up positive, and then in the other nostril it was negative. So I think people keep seeing these type of incidents occurring and they're feeling like, the conspiracy theorists and stuff. Because even my friend yesterday, when I saw him, I was like, you're not like afraid of COVID? And he was just like, well, I don't know what to believe anymore. So I think people have that in their mindset. Like, I don't know what to believe because they're saying they're testing negative, they're testing positive. And my friend who I was with yesterday, who's a nurse, she said that the COVID test was like only 60% accurate. But she was like, but people are coming in and still dying. She was like, so you choosing not to believe it because a test is coming back negative? That's on you. Like,
right.
So I think that's what's happening. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, this celebrity said that, he tested positive and then negative. So this is fake. They're paying them to do it, because that's what we heard in the beginning, right? Like, they're paying him to come out and say that he's positive so that a week later he could say he's negative by doing this, that, and a third. And it's just like, okay, so when someone in your family dies, then you take it serious.
Right. And about those people who have lost family members to COVID, like, what are you saying to them? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that person's never coming back again. And you're going to sit there and talk about, oh, it's fake, blah, blah, blah. That's ridiculous. The United States can take a lesson or a tip from the whole continent of Africa, who has had less deaths in the United States. Like, I mean, significantly. I don't know the numbers right now, but it was like less than 100,000, like the whole continent. You know what I'm saying? So that's them having the experience, right? They've dealt with deadly diseases before, Ebola, whatever. So they knew when this came about, they knew how to, take preventative measures and protect their people and like make sure that, these countries were going to be okay. Versus the United States putting it off under, the leadership that we have, putting it off. And because listen, I say what you want about President Obama. I don't recall any Ebola cases in the United States. I don't remember the whole country shutting down for H1N1. I don't remember any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we heard about it, Well, we didn't experience it the way this
guy.
Right.
So
Because it was taken seriously, because it was like, we'd rather be over prepared than under prepared, because under prepared kills people.
exactly.
So
He even recently, I think this week, the that president came out and said something like, the vaccine will be ready soon, but he's sending it everywhere except for like New York. Like, why are you playing with people's lives? Like, no matter how you feel about Cuomo, de Blasio, there are people living here that need that. I mean,
people that voted for you, unfortunately.
But because you have something against them personally, because they spoke out and said that you handled things wrong, you want to take it out on everybody in New York? Like, it's just bogus. I cannot wait for him to be gone.
I'm shocked that he's leaving. I just don't understand why he's leaving, you guys. I don't.
He needs to go right to jail.
Guy.
Right. Don't let him step foot outside. Like, walk him straight from the door
Straight to prison.
To the police car. Yes.
That's it.
That's it. Like, I don't know. I can't. But in some other like gossipy type news, right? I want you guys' opinion on this situation, right? I don't know if you know who this girl is. Taina, I think I'm saying her name correctly. It's Fab's daughter, his stepdaughter.
Okay.
She's dating a rapper named G Herbo. He has a son from mad names. Like, keep up with me, y'all. He has a son from a previous relationship with a chick named Ari. So they were at a basketball game this weekend, and Taina had the little boy in her lap, his son in her lap, and a photographer snapped the photo. The mom saw it and was like, please don't take or post photos of my child with other women. And he had to pull the picture down. He did right away, but it sparked like this whole conversation on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, because people were like, some people felt like, well, it's her choice, like it's her child, and other people felt like you're just being petty because he moved on and he's happy. So what are you guys' thoughts when it comes to those type of situations? Like, if you're dating someone and they have children, how do you navigate stuff like that? Like,
I'll go last. Speaking as I was once a single parent and I got some kids. Go, Shaunie. You take.
No, you take the reins. You got the kids.
Well,
opinion.
But here's the thing. I'm different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be with her if she said, "Please don't take pictures of my child," because then that's you being a mother and saying, "Please don't do that. Like, this is my baby." If we're holding the baby privately and in privacy, then that's one thing. But your comment was valid. Please don't take pictures of my child, and then it became invalid with other women. You think that your this man is never going to be around another woman, and your child's not going to be around another woman, and that's asinine to me. Your thing should be, okay, I have a relationship with this woman. We may not be sister wives, we may not be best friends, we may not even be friendly, but we've had some type of conversation. Me and my ex-husband, whenever he decided to get serious with somebody, I have to meet her.
Right.
Her and I need to sit down because she needs to know who I am. I need to know who she is. We need to have the conversation of the do's and don'ts of my child. I don't care what you do with Papa Bear, but Baby Bear, you got to come to me for that.
Right. Because
if you don't come to me for that, then we have a problem that we don't need to have. As long as you understand you are not a mother figure, you're just a girlfriend, then that can be all. Let me and him do the parenting, you and him do the love thing. But I want you to love my baby. I want you to protect my baby. If a bus is coming and it's about to hit my child, I want you to jump in front of it. So why would I cause static with you?
Right.
Why would you cause static with somebody that is with your child when you're not there?
Yep.
So little man about to get hit by a bus, and she about to be like, well, his mama said don't be talking to him, so I can't tell him to get out the street.
Right.
That's dumb, because you have dumb girls that will do that to spite you. You have dumb girls that are in your life like that. Like, my biggest thing was always to be close to them. I need to see what you're like. I need to see what element my child is around. I'm not going to judge. Like, it's childish and it's stupid. And maybe you need that moment. Maybe that was an attention grabber. Like, hey, I haven't been in media for a while. Let me go ahead and grab some attention real quick. And
one of the things she mentioned, because, of course, Instagram, Twitter, they don't play. So one of the things that she had said was basically like, my son, she even expressed to me that my son doesn't really like her, But in my head, I'm like, you know how kids are. Like some kids, he's young, he's a baby. Like maybe he wasn't familiar with her at the time. So she was like, so I don't want my son in her arms if he, is expressing that he doesn't like her, and she's even said that he doesn't like her. So I don't know. For me, I felt like, well, if it's that serious to you, I wouldn't even allow her to be around my child. If I felt that strongly about it, right? Like my son doesn't like you and it's really pissing me off to that point, I would be like, okay, then I don't want you around. But I don't think it's that serious, because if it was, you probably would have handled it before. You know,
exactly. And
have you ever been around?
She's been around, and you need to have a conversation with him. First of all, that wasn't something that needed to be tweeted and whatever. However it was expressed, it didn't need to go that way. If you were really serious and concerned about that, you could have went to him and been like, can you please not take pictures? It makes me uncomfortable.
Right.
My kid, being seen with this person. I don't know what's going on with this person, who they got following them or whatever. If you're truly concerned about the safety of the child, but the fact that you went on, what was it, Twitter, Instagram, wherever?
I went on Twitter, but it went to all social sites.
You knew what you were doing. You were being petty, and you need to grow up. Like, it is what it is. Like, so anytime, so that means any woman, or are you just talking about a particular one that he's dating, right? So now he thinks you can't be with the aunts, he can't be with, you know what I mean? Like, it was petty. It was petty, and she really needs to grow up.
Is the baby, how old is the baby?
I don't know. I think he's probably like 3 years old.
Okay. So let's be clear. Have you ever been around somebody and thought that they didn't like you, but then their kids act real funny towards you? Yeah, it's because they're hearing what's said about you when you're not around. Kids pick up on that. And if I feel like my mommy doesn't like you, then I'm gonna not like you because I feel like something's wrong. Kids don't think about it that way, but that's just naturally what happens. Like, come off of it, girl, grow up.
Yeah.
We got a comment. Kiana says, Ari's just bitter. That little boy is 2 and he don't know what he likes. Laughing out loud. She always goes to social with drama. Oh, see, she's infamous for it.
And that's what I felt like. I just felt like if you really felt that strong, like if I really feel like my child doesn't like someone to the point where they're crying, then yeah, I'm gonna say that person can no longer be around my child.
Right.
So if you really felt like that, I wouldn't want them around, period. Not just taking pictures, but I mean period.
Exactly.
But the fact that it was, I don't want you holding or taking pictures because he even expressed that he doesn't like you. It was like it just sounded very funny and childish, and people were coming at her. But then of course you have the people that was like, well, it's her child. So it's just like, I just couldn't understand this. And like you said, why did it have to go to social media?
Yeah, like you could have handled that between being mature and like child safety was your main concern and your intent was to focus on that. You could have called him up. It didn't have to go on social media. We didn't need to know about any of this. You were doing the most because you want attention. See, this is why this goes right into scenarios.
Let's get into them.
This is the kind of foolery.
Let's get into them.
Oh my God. So can we just start with the one that's floating around since everything's floating around? COVID scenarios, people. All right.
Scenarios, people.
So this lady, she says she's dating an older guy and they've been dating for about 6 months. His wife died last year and he has pics of her all over the house. It makes her uncomfortable, so she doesn't go over to his place. She stopped by unannounced and his wife was there, alive. We got into a huge altercation and he says he has Alzheimer's and doesn't remember me. I'm pregnant. Help.
Okay, so
what part you want me to say again?
So she alive.
She's all the way alive. She alive, answering doors.
He's caretaker. He got Alzheimer's. So where was she at when he was dating? Because your caretaker's supposed to be with you at all times.
Well, maybe she got Alzheimer's too. She didn't remember where you went.
Sis, throw your life away.
Not nice.
I don't understand.
Well, hold on. Get it out of here.
Jeez.
Okay, you pregnant by the guy with Alzheimer's.
Ernie's horrible.
This is just so stupid. Like, what?
Yeah, because he's not gonna remember like she's having his baby. He's not gonna remember the baby. Like, it's sad.
Joker ain't got no Alzheimer's. If you have Alzheimer's, I don't think you remember to tell people you got Alzheimer's. Did you have a good moment?
Remember her when she was coming over to give him some
To buzz it, okay?
Yeah. First off, how old is this gentleman? Did she say it was her sugar daddy?
She just said he's old enough to have Alzheimer's.
Okay. I was a director of an assisted living facility. It's not the way it works. So, no, he does not have Alzheimer's. He's trying to save 2 of those left hooks for himself. Like, his wife is about to go Tyson Ali Frazier, and he's like, I don't know her. Who is she?
Yo,
That's unfortunate because you about to bring a baby into a whole heap of mess. Like, put that man on child support and keep trucking. Go find new daddies. Stepdaddies are dope. Now, some of them don't take care of their kids, but they'll take care of yours.
I don't want no man that don't take care of his own kids taking care of my kids.
Look, she's sleeping with people with Alzheimer's. She ain't got that many steps.
When did the Alzheimer's kick in?
No, it don't happen like that, Shaunie.
When did it kick in?
There's something called sundowners, and sundowners happens like right at the time, like they start getting amped up, like right as the sun's going down.
Groundhog's Day, does he go to sleep and then he like resets and then he wakes up and then it's like it's a new day?
This is not a Janelle Aiko video. Okay, I need you.
I'm asking.
No, that man is trying to
in a home. He has a house. Like he's got a house.
He remembered enough to remember to bring her there when the wife wasn't there.
He remembered enough to keep telling her that his wife was dead.
Right.
Right. Unfortunately, ma'am, go ahead, collect your child support and raise this baby on your own, because here's the thing, a woman shows up at my house telling me about what my husband was doing. If I don't know you, you're not a personal friend, you're not the chick up the street that knew about me, you have nothing to do with this. So unless you try to get funky with me, I don't have no problems with you, sis. All right, I'm so sorry that this happened. We'll deal with that another day. But for now, I need to go in here and have a conversation with my husband, because that's who betrayed me. That's who lied to me. The fact that you out there fighting with his wife, it's way too much. It's way too much. And you finna bring a baby into this, and you like.
Now we all sitting down and chopping it up, because I want to know. He's told you I was dead. Like,
dead there?
Sit in front of me. Everybody gotta tell their side in front of everybody, because I can't believe that.
I want a whole round table.
You saw my pictures hanging on the wall, and granted, because maybe you could have just been like, he's not ready. But I feel like if he wasn't ready to take all of the pictures off the wall, he's not ready to date. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have 2 pictures maybe around the house of your ex-wife who passed away, but for you to walk in the house and see several pictures, that lets me know you're still holding on to that. Yeah. I'm not dating that. Tag, you're it, sis. What's up?
So you was in the house, right? You ain't never go in the bedroom and see like her stuff still there, like dirty clothes in the dirty clothes hamper.
She died.
You not here when you still got her dirty drawers in it? You don't want to wash her drawers and put them away? No. Like, if we progress them, right? Where's her stuff gonna go if her stuff's still here? You mean tell me I gotta pack up the dead chick stuff?
She doesn't have to do anything because she's alive and well. What she needs to do is figure out these babysitting arrangements and who's going to pay the child support and make sure that baby's in the will.
Because we are about to be parents.
We are a family.
We are about to be parents. So, hey sis,
whatever.
That is an income firm. That's crazy.
Oh, she's about to have a little Benjamin button. That's so cute.
Wow. Ernie, would you like to go next?
And y'all talk about my mouth. Y'all sneak them in. Y'all be talking about me. I'm just more consistent.
It's a Benjamin button. Wow.
And the sad part about it, I just saw a baby who was smiling. I was like scrolling. I saw a baby who was smiling. He looked old as hell in the face. Like he was grown baby man face. It made me think like he came out with the whole face creases and dimples. And it was hard for me to be like, oh, he's so cute. Because I felt like I was calling a grown man cute. But he had on a onesie. Like it was weird.
I was a grown man. You never know nowadays.
Oh gosh.
Okay. I have been dating a man for 3 years that I just found out he is a drug addict. I don't want to start over finding a new partner in my early 30s, but I don't know how much more I can take. Things are missing, but we connect on so many more levels. We have the best connection I have ever had in my life. What should I do?
Hide your shit. That's it.
Make a list of all your items and have a checklist.
And that message was brought to you by the mental health counselor.
2 TVs, check.
No, not 2 TVs. Not 2 TVs. Serial numbers, sis. Serial numbers for the pawn detectives to go ahead and get
the apartment insurance, the house insurance.
Yeah.
Just insure everything because of your lack of initiative to do better. You are subjecting yourself. And it's not even like she's trying to it doesn't sound like she's trying to help him.
No, he's a drug addict.
Yeah, she's like, he's a drug addict.
Yeah, like she accepted it.
I feel like she's scared that if she stopped him from being a drug addict, he's not gonna be fun no more. Maybe he's fun.
Is it fun waking up not knowing where the hell the toaster went? Is it fun?
It might be. It might be the excitement of it. Like, oh, it's a gamble. What's missing today? Like it's a scavenger hunt.
She's probably getting better stuff because of the insurance, and he keeps taking shit, and she's getting better stuff anyway.
It's like 2 more TVs, and then I can break up with you.
I'm telling you that insurance is gonna catch up with you. They're gonna get you for insurance fraud. They're gonna come. They be like, "Man, we have reason to believe you got a crackhead living here."
Way up.
You're gonna get in trouble.
No, like
part, right? I have a family that has been around the drug game a lot, and usually I've seen people who are not drug addicts be with drug addicts and then eventually turn into drug addicts. It's like the vampire thing. Like eventually you hang around vampires, you're gonna get bit. So like, are you waiting for the biting? Like, oh baby, I made you a ham sandwich. Don't mind that stuff that's sprinkled in there. It's just Pop Rocks. Go ahead. Eat like
no.
You
yeah. It definitely sounds like she's accepted her fate, but also like people tend to think that they could change people. So maybe she's thinking that down the line she could change this man and they'll run off into the sunset. But he's gonna steal the sunset too. Like you're not gonna have nothing, sis. You need to leave right now, and that's it. And I'm a counselor, but I want to be real about it. Like, if you're not ready to put up with that type of behavior, then you need to walk away because it's going to happen. He has to want to change.
But she needs therapy too, right? Because some people get with people because of that dependency. Like this person needs me and I need to be needed. Right. So this is my way of, it's helping me to help him. And that's a codependency that's not healthy either. So you both need to go. You need therapy and he needs, rehab. And then maybe when you guys come out of it, maybe you'll still like each other or maybe you won't. But you got to get help.
2 other points is that she might have grew up in toxicity. So it's like, I don't understand regular functioning, good life crap. I just understand chaos and toxic. So let's just be chaos and toxic. And I just, I cry to my friends and I'm like, oh no, he didn't sell my TV. I came home and I didn't have a whole bedroom set. How did he get it out the room? Like,
while I was asleep on top of the bed.
Right. How'd I end up on the floor?
Danielle says, maybe she's getting high too and they both spending their insurance money. See?
That's right, Danielle.
Insurance fraud.
It could be a whole scheme. Like, we don't know.
Wait a minute. Are we part of the scheme now? Because then she gonna show this video of us. Wait a minute. Did she just rope us in like she was really trying to help?
Okay. You're trying to help.
So just lock this stuff up and
Let it go.
You know what it made me think of though? The scene out of Waiting to Exhale when she was with old buddy, and they, and they walked into the party, and he was like, "Yeah, woo!" And then the next day she threw the grapefruit at him. Yeah, that was just that whole scene, and it's sad because I'm singing the song in my head right now. It's just sad. Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, y'all. So let me get into this. So it goes. My fiance asked me how many sexual partners I had. I blurted out 5 because that's the number that first came to my head. He came back to me the next day and said, based on stories I told him, five people isn't adding up. I sat and wrote out a list. It came to 53 people. Do I bring it up or do I just keep the lie going?
Yeah, so what you do is whatever number he had, you be like, I call everybody by their first and middle name. So remember that story I told you about Tyrone? Tyrone is Jamal. And Jamal got 2 middle names. So Tyrone is Tyrone, Jamal, and Anthony. I mean, that's one person, babe.
Listen.
It went from 5 to 53. So how does she do all
that? Like, first off, why you telling all that? Look, safest way to look, babe. It's only been you. Okay. None of the other ones matter. Let's not talk about that.
Say. What does it matter? Like, are you gonna leave now? We're together. Like, why? This is one of those questions that to me, it's not a necessary question. Like, if you go from the tested, y'all in good standing, and why are you digging in the past? Like, stop worrying about that. I've made peace with it. I've moved on. Everybody has a past. Like, get over yourself. He's insecure about something, and he's looking for something to star, and he gonna get what he's asking for, because no matter what number she says, it's gonna be too many. That's just how men operate. Some men. That's just how they operate. Like, if she said 2, oh my God, 2?
Right.
It would be 2? Like, it wouldn't matter. So 5, 53.
153. Because I don't believe the 53 now. I'm like, there's some names that you forgot.
But whatever it is, it's like, okay, so does that change who she is? Does that change her character? Do you love her less now? Do you not want to be with her anymore? Because if that's what it takes for you to leave at this point, then go. Like, because I'm still going to be me. Like, you're the problem. You're the one who has a problem with it, not me.
Here's the thing, though. People are more inclined to ask you how many people you've been with, but then decline to go get a STD test.
Which is crazy.
Right.
Which is crazy. And I think the more important question is, like, okay, well, how are you with your past relationships? Like, who hurt you? Like, why are you digging in my stuff? Like, what are you not healed from that we need to work on here? Like, what's going on?
If that's a deal breaker, shouldn't that have been asked before you got my little hot pocket?
This is what I'm saying.
Like, that should have been, that's a beginning question.
That important to you?
My hot pocket done been on your shoulder, on your toe, on your knee, in your mouth, and your ear. Like, what?
On your shoulder.
Ear?
On your shoulder?
You had to hear me.
Wow. Acrobat.
No. You're far past this question, sir.
Oh my God.
Are you trying to figure out, is it any of your friends? Like, what's the real question you want to ask me?
Right.
Did I really sleep with your friend? Did I really sleep with your brother or your father? Like, ask me the direct question.
I mean, clearly, it really bothered him because she said 5, and he thought about past stories like, oh, nah, it can't be 5 because she said Johnny, Bobby. You know what I'm saying? So clearly, it's bothering him. So now she's like, wait, I counted it out. It's 53. Do I go back and say 53, or do I just go back and be like, oh, it was actually 10. My fault.
He's still gonna keep calculating because he thinks you're a liar now.
But why did we go through all of those stories? Like,
right.
Y'all have nothing else to talk about. Wait a minute. If you going through all them stories, did he go through some stories too? Like, do you got a calculation?
He's unbothered by his stories. So why are you bothered by mine? He's insecure about some stuff, and he's digging.
You know what that is? Either he don't feel like he's measuring up, he hasn't made her do what they've made her do, or he's wondering if that insecure point of, am I enough?
Yeah, he's insecure. That's the only reason why I could see something like that would bother him. That's
poor little Tink Tink. Oh, you need a hug, buddy? Oh, you got it, champ.
Okay. I love my wife.
Oh no, hell.
Right? When you start off like that.
What?
That's just downhill from there.
When they start off like that. I love my wife.
I know, that's when they're about to say some trifling shit. All right. I love my wife. We've been together for 5 years, married for 3. Sex is trash, but I want to have a kid. We're having trouble conceiving, so I've been cheating. My side chick had a miscarriage, and I don't know what to do at this point. Should I leave and start a family or stay and cheat, and then hopefully somebody's going to have my baby? Help. He just wants a baby.
You don't have to have good sex to have a baby, sir.
Any means necessary.
You gotta get it there. Like, get it there.
His focus is to multiply.
Well, if your focus is to multiply, then the good sex, no good sex ain't even a factor. Your swimmers just have to reach to a certain destination to be able to implant an egg. And if that is not happening, sir, then maybe we need to go see a licensed physician so we can talk to him about why either your swimmers can't swim or her eggs are like Wakanda forever. No.
This has to be the craziest episode. Like, I just don't.
I'm just saying, like, you're talking about good sex, bad sex. You're giving us a bunch of different period point blank. You want to have a baby. The wrong answer is to have a baby. If you love your wife, the wrong answer is to have a baby on her.
Right.
When you haven't said like her parts aren't working, like it's just because the sex is bad. What are you doing? Not finishing the job? If you not finishing the job, then maybe you need to have a conversation with her on how you feel about the sex. And if you want to add whips, chains, toys, if you want to experience, like, be more vocal about what you want.
Put
it on her shoulder. Let it there.
He said they're having trouble conceiving. So I think instead of going to a doctor and making sure that it's not him, his genius idea was to go off and have sex with someone else because he made it a point to let us know that his side chick had a miscarriage.
Right.
So is that baby yours? Let's stop acting like you the only one that she might be smashing, knowing you got a whole woman. Boy, stop. Might be your swimmer, sir.
The point is that this guy clearly needs therapy and he doesn't need to have children right now because he's messed up in the head. The fact that he thinks that it's okay to cheat on his wife and try to conceive outside of the marriage is something twisted about that. So I don't know if you should bring more little youves into the world before you're healed because you're clearly damaged. And I don't think that's a good idea right now.
As Judge Lynn Toller says, be a better person, sir. Be a better person.
That part.
Right there.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, you didn't even say that you tried to explore other options, like this adoption. You know what I'm saying? Like surrogates. There's so many other ways that you guys could. I know you want it from your own sperm. But listen, if you're, like we said, if you go to the
get it from your own sperm, you just may need somebody implanted there.
Right.
Like,
explore the options. There's so many options out here for you to just jump ship. That means you never respected your wife to begin with. So at that point, just leave her alone so she could be happy. And 9 times out of 10, she's gonna get pregnant by the next guy. So
because God's telling her that this man ain't for you.
Hello.
That's what's happening.
And the miscarriage, like, hello, you are not supposed to be conceiving right now. You are not supposed to be out here making babies. You need to go fix yourself. Like, I mean, not get fixed, but get fixed, but get help. Mental help.
That too.
Know how to deal with your feelings and process your emotions.
And why you want a baby so bad? You want somebody to love?
Clearly.
Like,
unconditionally.
Definitely not. Stop it. You vowed to marry this woman before God and a bunch of ugly family members you probably don't even like, and you done went, and you can't even keep that vow. So how you gonna keep a vow to that baby?
And I'm wondering if he's saying the sex is trash now because he hasn't been able to have a baby. Because you were together for 5 years, so that means the sex has been trash for 5 years.
Maybe she's saying the sex is trash because she don't want. Maybe she's making him use condoms because she's realizing that she doesn't want to have children with him. Maybe the sex is trash because she's like, bro, you got 2 minutes before you have to get up off me. Maybe the sex is trash because she's not doing as much as she used to do because she probably know you're cheating on her.
That's why she's on the pill.
Exactly.
Yep.
Ends that one.
Peace out, Muhammad. I don't know. You guys know I give everybody names.
Ernie names everybody.
Muhammad.
I don't know how many people had a little Timmy. Everybody's kid's name.
It's Timmy.
Little Tim.
Little Tink Tink.
Okay. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Ready.
I'm dating a guy since the summer. This month, he suddenly acted like I don't even exist. Literally, we saw each other out. He was walking towards me and made eye contact with me from 10 feet away. He turned the corner and kept walking without saying a word to me. He comes over and we chill and says that he wants to protect the tranquility of our relationship, of the relationship between us, and it's too special to let the world in now. He is a really great guy. How do I let him know it's okay to be with me in public?
Is it what Drake said? Drake was like, I'm not hiding you from the world or something like that. Like,
Hiding the world from you.
Right. That's what he essentially just told her. Like, I'm
Maybe
not.
she's not a Drake fan.
This is just bad. Like,
okay, here's my question. Sis, where your homegirls at? How come nobody's telling you anything? Like, are you just not listening? Because I know my look here, B word. Now, come on. You ain't no. Raekwon is always out in these streets, acting single, and you over here crying over little Ray Ray. So get it together.
He's for the streets, sis.
yeah, absolutely.
Let it go. Go.
Whole project building. Like, he got generation of hoes living in there. Like,
you need to date yourself and just take a step back. Okay. You don't have to convince somebody to show you off. You don't have to convince somebody to introduce you to people. Like, that's just not how it works. Like, when somebody's into you and they, they want people to know about you, you don't have to ask. They just do it. You know what I mean? They ask you, can I introduce you to? Do you mind if I post you? Do you mind if I, it's not just about the words. The actions are even more important. Like, he's not doing the things that you like. So why are you fighting and trying to prove yourself to this person? For what? Like, it's just so funny.
Can we dive into the whole, we seen each other. He was 10 feet away and he busted a quick left and kept walking.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
My question is, who was he with, sis?
Even if he is by himself, it's just like, come on.
Yeah.
You know the answer to that. Like, you want us to give you reassurance that it's okay for him to do that to you when you know it's wrong.
Yeah.
Leave.
It's not okay.
Not okay.
Or stay and make it a game when you see him jump in a bush.
Nobody has time for this.
I'm just saying. If you want to play along and you want to act like you're part of Willy Wonka's clan, then play for real. Like, every time you see him, be like, 1, 2, 3, not it, and jump in the bush real fast.
I don't know. I just
Marco Polo next time you see him.
Y'all playing manhunt? He's not gonna answer. He's gonna say Marco. Cricket.
Well, ladies, this was such a great Sunday as always. We enjoy Scenario Sundays. So coming up, we still have the Black-owned Christmas. So if anyone has a Black-owned business and would like to partake in it, please make sure that you hit up Ernie, Shaunie, or myself.
Yes.
This episode obviously will be up on Facebook to view at any point, and you can also stream us on Tuesday on all platforms: Spotify, Google Play, Podbean, Apple Podcasts. We're everywhere, so please make sure that you check in with us and chat with us, talk to us, send us some comments, send us scenarios, anything you have. You guys have anything before we get out of here?
Yes, this coming episode, this Sunday, we are going to be talking with Chef Shaunie. She's going to teach us what to do with our leftovers from Thanksgiving. She's also into edibles and making dog birthday cakes. Gotta be here for it. And she also works with a major social media entity. And so she's going to talk to us about that. So you don't want to miss that show, especially because her food is fire. So I can't wait to figure out what we are going to do with these leftovers.
I'm excited. Check us out on Instagram. Make sure you are, if you'd like to be a part of our HerView Facebook group, get in there because we post scenarios in there also, and super fun to chat with everyone. And yeah, we'll be back next week, same time, 7 p.m. EST, 4 p.m. PST.
2 p.m. past.
2 p.m. in Hawaii.
It's like the Hawaiian Aleutian Standard Time, something like that.
Oh.
Right. Oh, Justin De La Cruz, we love you too. Want to get that out.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in with the ladies of HerView. HerView can be found on these social media platforms. And for your podcasting pleasures, you can find us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, and Spotify. Thanks for watching. Bye.